According to new research, brain fog, breathing issues, and trouble sleeping are all symptoms people suffer with who are dealing with long COVID. The cause of the symptoms has apparently now been identified. And here to talk more about this morning is Dr. Pradeep Kumar with the Austin Gastroenterology. Thanks so much for joining us, Dr. Kumar.
Nice to see you, Leslie.
Yeah, good to see you as well. You know, this is so interesting. So what's behind these symptoms? We've been hearing about them for months, really years it's been, and now they have, they've pinpointed why it's happening?
Well, you know, that's a little overblown.
Okay.
Let's put it like, in some cases.
Okay.
In many cases, perhaps, you know, but we haven't pinpointed the cause. So let's back up a little bit. You know, the pandemic is that nightmare that we just escaped out of.
Yes.
It's kind of tough to even talk about. It kind of triggers me a little bit. But you know, but long COVID's still, you know, still around. You know, COVID's still around. It's not as bad as it used to be. We're not wearing masks. We're not isolating and those kind of things. But you know, the effects of the pandemic still linger. And it's assumed about 1 in 5 people that were infected with COVID got long COVID, which means, you know, brain fog. That's the main symptom. They feel confused, not able to get everything together, and it's true. And so what they found here, Penn researchers, University of Pennsylvania researchers in the journal Cell, have published a study. It's very intricate, that shows that the reason for some of it is that the virus persists in the stool. We know that the virus can go anywhere, including the GI tract. And then when you excrete the virus in the stool, it tells us that it's still there. It's releasing inflammatory mediators such as interferon, which is impairing the absorption of certain amino acids such as tryptophan, which is important in the building blocks of serotonin. And serotonin is an important neurotransmitter for us, and perhaps it's the lack of serotonin that leads to some of the symptoms that we have.
And so what can folks do, you know, and how do you know, how would you know if that's the cause of your long COVID symptoms? Yeah,
and so, you know, like anything, you know, good studies lead to more questions than they lead to more answers, right? But what this allows us to do is has the opportunity to study it. You know, we can now, in a studied atmosphere, can check for people that have these viruses or display lack of serotonin and test therapy. You know, there are already medications out there that boost serotonin levels. Serotonin uptake inhibitors are typically antidepressants, you know, the original Prozacs of the world, right? And also, how about if you just took tryptophan or the precursors of serotonin in your diet? Would that affect anything? So this offers some hope to those people that suffer from long COVID, that there may be therapy coming around the corner. You know, it might be a little bit too much for people to treat themselves that way. I think they're going to have some buy-in from the medical community to try these things, which at some point they will.
Yeah, in terms of the serotonin, would you say that this is something that could only be effective with a medication serotonin, or are there things that folks naturally can do to boost their serotonin?
I think they might be able to do something naturally, like because what's happening is the tryptophan that we get in our diet is not getting absorbed well, and tryptophan leads to serotonin. Theoretically, somebody could safely try to eat foods that have tryptophan in it, you know, and I think that's easy to find. I don't know personally, but I mean, when I see my patients and nutritionists, they're always Googling things and finding high tryptophan foods. And I mean, I think it's not going to hurt. You know, I'm not too sure about the safety of taking tryptophan tablets and things like that. You might, I don't know the answer to what happens if you get too much tryptophan, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with eating food with tryptophan in it. And so I think finding naturally occurring tryptophan is a reasonable thing for people to try that are waiting for the studies to come out, which are going to be a while before they're published.
Okay, perfect. And as always, check with your doctor.
That's right. That's right.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Kumar. And if you have a question for Dr. Kumar, you can always email us at askdrkumar@gmail.com. You can check out his website, drkumar.com. 7:21 on your Wednesday morning. We'll be right back on Good Day.